All right, what's up, guys? Jackson Abe here today, and today we're going to hit a little video about GPP. So we're going to talk about what GPP is, why it's important. This is a common term that I use and I'm going to use in future videos, so I figured I'd just kind of make a video clarifying what it is, giving a brief overview of GPP, why it's important, and how it can help you in your training. So without further ado, just going to jump right into it. So what is GPP? GPP is your general physical preparedness. What does that mean? You can think of this as a multitude of different ways. You can think of it as your work capacity, think about it as your engine. I didn't write it up on the board, which I'm actually going to real quick just so you guys can look at it. Think about it as your base of the pyramid. When we talk about fitness, when we talk about conditioning, we talk about strength, I like to think of it as a pyramid. The top of the peak is only going to be as wide as the base allows the peak to go up. So if you have a short base, your peak's only going to be here. But if you have a wider base, your peak's going to be up here. So GPP helps widen that base so we can raise the ceiling, as a good buddy of mine likes to reference that as. And so why is GPP important? And so essentially, your GPP is going to allow you, or it's going to be the determinant of how much work you can handle. So, for example, I'm a power lifter. Let's say I have a squat day on the menu. If I get gassed out before I even get to my top set, say I have a top set of 405 for the day. Say if my set's at like 315, 355, 375 or hard, and I'm pretty gassed and I don't really have much in the tank for that 405, my GPP is pretty low and I need to get that up, especially because a 405 squat, it really isn't too heavy for me anymore. It's important because as you're trying to progress your strength or even trying to progress your conditioning further, if you are that kind of athlete, you need to be improving your GPP because you need to be continuing to try to widen that base, so therefore you can have that higher peak like I was referencing earlier. Another reason this is important is because your GPP is also going to be a determinant of how well you recover, not only between workouts, but between actual sets of your workout. Going back to the squat reference, if I'm getting gassed out at 315, 355, that's, like I said, that's going to be a determinant of my GPP. My GPP is very low and I need to increase that, so therefore I can recover better between 315 and 355. Because as you go on and on in your lifting career, you need to continue to build that base, so that way the heavier and heavier you get up in weight, the weights don't necessarily bog you down and you can recover better between not only sets, but between workouts as well. And another reason we can think of this as why it's so important is because this is going to have a direct carryover to our cardiovascular health. GPP is extremely important. And another way that you can think about this is just being prepared for whatever demands of your sport, life, or activity require of you. And increasing that preparedness is only going to allow you to be better at your given activity, sport, whatever that may be. So GPP is extremely important, and I recommend that everyone finds ways to utilize this training in their training to, like I said, increase your GPP, to widen that base, so that way we can build a higher ceiling on that base. How do we do this? There's many different ways. One of the easiest ways, if you know me, sled dragging. Sled dragging is going to knock this out of the park. You can do it 2 to 3 times a week, every single week. It's not going to beat you up, and it's going to have a direct carryover to your performance in your other endeavors. So there's many other ways to do this, but the easiest way is literally to just grab a sled, put a little bit of weight on there, and start dragging that motherfucker. So thank you guys for watching. Shoot your comments down below. I'm definitely going to make more videos regarding conditioning in the future, just because conditioning is a very nuanced subject that I think a lot of people neglect and try not to learn about because it's uncomfortable, and it's uncomfortable to put into practice. So be on the lookout for those. Thank you guys for your support. Subscribe to the page, like and share this video. Thank you guys. Be great.